Today's throwback, we're having a look at the NECA Cult Classics Series 4, Child's Play 3, Chucky. Spot continues to have a look at some of his favorite horror figure collectibles in this series of throwbacks. And I wanted to go back and have a look at a rather interesting Chucky that Spot reviewed years ago, near the beginning of my reviewing here on YouTube. And that is the NECA Cult Classics Series 4, Chucky. I think the figure has held up pretty good, all things considered. It's super painted. I'm still not super crazy on the face, mind you, but we'll talk about that in a second. Before we talk about the figure, and yes, I have a problem with him somehow standing. Maybe it's just because of the sculpt on the feet, that the feet don't sit flat enough, or maybe it's just the fact that it's on this fabric backdrop. But Chucky here does not stand well at all. But for this, I'll just kind of lay him down for the time being. The first thing we'll have a look at, the coolest accessory we'll have a look at, is the reproduction of the Good Guys box. I am really surprised, for this being cardboard, how well it's held up. This has been sitting in a tote. I think it's been sitting in a tote in my garage with other action figures. Theoretically, those figures could have been sitting on top of the Chucky with the box, and somehow the box has still survived to this day. Good Guys, he wants you for a best friend. Collect all the Good Guys accessories by Play Partner Toys. On the one side, he wants you for a best friend. He can be a cowboy. He can be a, what is that? A courageous soldier, a doctor, or a superstar baseball player, batteries included. On the back, he wants you for a best friend. Let him share your secrets. Hi, I'm a good guy. Let's play. Contains one Good Guy doll. Really super cool that they would include this. The box is just a standard cardboard box, although, if we open this up, there is an insert. Let's pull this out. Which could be the reason why this box has survived as well as it has. There's a cardboard insert that, without that, the box still has some durability to it, but this really keeps everything from getting squishy and messy and ruins an otherwise perfect collectible. You can also take Chucky if you so wish, and I initially used to display him like this. You can take Chucky and slide him inside to the box. I'm just coming out of the box if you wanted to. That's a nice touch. There's no window or anything like that on the front. Not that it really would need it, but it's a nice touch to display him like this. And I have displayed Chucky in his box. And then next to it, I usually had like the Bride of Chucky box set figures, and then I had the Seed of Chucky figures. But usually I kept Chucky kind of contained in his box, which was a nice touch by NECA to include that. Let's go ahead and pull him out. Fold up the box, and we'll just put that right there. Is he actually going to stand at all in this video? Come on, Chucky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, buddy. Okay, we'll just lay you down. Other accessories included with Chucky are the baseball bat. Does have a faux wood look to it. Nice touch, even on the handle on the end there. It also comes with a hammer. Slightly a different color than the bat itself. The end of the hammer black. They went as far as to even paint the end where the top of the hammer would have been applied to the actual handle. So that's cool that they would have painted that. And finally, you get the Chucky knife. Certainly not something you would expect to find inside a Good Guys doll box. But he gets a little knife going there too. So really nice touch having the box, and then of course having Chucky with all his accessories. The accessories could fit into his hand, although it's a little harder because his hand is so small. The other hand is just flat, so you can't do anything with that hand. But he can at least hold the accessories, some better than others. Let's go ahead and take the accessory out. Put the knife to the side. That way, in case he comes alive, he's not going to attack me with the knife. Okay, so let's touch base on the face. This face has seen, like, normally you've got normal Chucky. You've got the Good Guys Chucky, I should say, that always looks different than when Chucky actually comes to life. And you can tell that because he's animatronic versus the plastic doll that they use. There's always that slight, you know, departure in appearance. So then you got normal talking Chucky, and then you've got angry. I always want to seem to bite your neck. You never notice that? In every movie, he's lunging, I guess because he's so small. He's always on top of the guy. He's got, I'm going to kill you! And he's just always attacking the guys. He's not biting his neck, but it always kind of looks like he's... And then his feet are always flapping away, especially in Child's Play 3. Feet are always just flapping away. So that's the look I can see that NECA was going with Chucky here. Is that angry, he's been found, I'm going to kill you, look what you've done, I'm stuck in this body forever. You know, along those lines, that's the kind of face that they've ended up sculpting on him. It works in most cases, but I guess if you just display Chucky standing, unless you have him lunging at something, it does look weird just to kind of look on your shelf and see Chucky with this face. Paint's good though. No complaints on the face paint, but the sculpt is, it's good if you like angry Chucky. If you don't like angry Chucky, it does look a little on the weird side. He's got his good guy overalls. Completely intact because he has not been shredded yet in the giant propeller. Little small decals. They're not stickers, mind you, but little decal details on his good guy's pants. Right down to the smallest of details, the undersides of his shoes. Good guys. I'm not crazy about his hair. Lengthwise, I think it's perfect. I usually do this a lot. I'm surprised I haven't done this yet in this video, but I tend to do this a lot when he was on display and he wasn't in the box. I usually would go like that just to kind of fluff up his hair, because I always felt his hair looked too flat. I also feel like it's not quite the right color. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like his hair is not red enough. It's a little too on the light side. It's almost like more of a strawberry blonde as opposed to it being a more richer red color. Chucky also seems to have longer hair, it seems, in Child's Play 3 than like Child's Play 2. At any rate, in the way of his articulation, luckily, unlike if you've already seen Spot's video of the Evolution of Evil Halloween set, and of course the Seed of Chucky box set also from NECA, NECA was notorious for using clear plastic on the joints. Everywhere there was basically something that pegged into something else, they used clear plastic. And over time, that plastic gets awfully brittle and it tends to break off. So far, I think this Chucky has fared well. The arms are slightly hard to move just because of the way the sculpt on the shoulder is, but the arms do hinge out. There's a bend in the elbow. There's a rotation in the wrists. Of course, he's got the ball joint in the head. Let's mess that hair up a little bit more. Mess it up. There we go. He has no waist swivel, and he has no foot articulation. So basically, he's very limited. He only has the ball joint, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. Good figure, yes. If you like angry Chucky. If you don't like angry Chucky, then maybe this one seems a little out of place. I will say, at least as a kudos to NECA, they thought outside. They thought outside the box. I had to do that. They thought outside the box and didn't just give us a very neutral face on Chucky. They went something a little crazier. Opinions may vary. You either will like it or dislike it, but I gotta give them at least props that NECA did something different. Today's throwback, we're having a look at the NECA Cult Classics Series 4 Child's Play 3 Chucky. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's gonna have more throwbacks in your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.